Say what's cracking, YouTube. It's your boy 16 to life, and I'm back like I'm on a pro violation. You're down. Now today, of course, is Friday, and from time to time on these Fridays, I'll do what I call Free Game Friday. And what that is I'll get certain people saying that I'm endorsing, this prison lifestyle, or I'm endorsing being a criminal due to the stories that I tell and things of that nature. So I definitely want people to know that while I do tell these stories and I share my experiences, I am not trying to encourage anyone to get out there in the streets and possibly throw your life away. So let's hop right into that today, this Free Game Friday. When I was growing up, we would have older homies out there giving us game and information on, avoiding the streets and eventually leaving from the streets. And so that's what I try to do today. Now, from time to time, man, I hear people ask other people, who y'all beefing with? What clique that y'all got beef with? Your clique is beefing with who? So basically, who's out there trying to kill you and who you out there trying to kill? Because in their minds that if you ain't having beef with nobody, you're not a real street person. So let's think about how absurd that is. If you don't have nobody that want to kill you and you ain't out there trying to kill nobody, then you're not a real street person. And sometimes, dudes will be ridiculed and clown, like, telling them like, man, y'all ain't on nothing. Y'all ain't talking about nothing. Y'all ain't doing nothing. But, that's what we have to learn to separate ourselves and realize, man, separate ourselves from the people who are really not in our corner. Because if a person is really in your corner, they're not going to want you to participate in any type of activity that can have you lose your life or possibly have you lose your freedom. And, not saying that they may not have a true love for you, but unfortunately, they don't have the right type of intelligence to where you should even be associating yourself with that person at this point in time, man. Because a person that care about you, he wants you to do things that's gonna be productive for yourself, man. He's not just to clown you, and look down on you because you're not willing to do a situation that could cost you your freedom or cost you your life. Like I say, I spent a lot of time in prison, man, and there wasn't one day that I was in there that I felt that, coming to prison was better than what I was doing on the street. So, like I say, I didn't necessarily think of all these things, because when you're young, you always think that you know everything. You think that you can get away with stuff. You're not just to get caught, but that's not always the case. And so a person that really cares for you, that really wants you to do better, he's not going to want to see you out in the streets. Your mom or your grandmom, they're not just to encourage you to head out into the streets and commit these type of crimes and things that could cause you to lose your life. And so when your homies tell you that they got love for you, but then they asking you to go on these missions that could cost you to lose your life, then the love that they have for you is definitely not the type of love that you want, unless you want to throw your life away. And then a lot of times people will say these things like they don't care, but once you get to the prison, you care, man. I never saw nobody in prison who wasn't trying to get out and wasn't trying to go home. Now I hear a lot of dudes also say, "Oh man, I'm strapped up. I got it on me. I got that pole with me." But just because you strapped up and just because you got it on you, that's not an absolute guarantee that you still will be safe and that you'll be able to make it home. We didn't heard of many people who died with a gun on them. So the smarter thing to do is to think about beforehand what you gonna do with yourself, what you gonna do with your life, what you gonna do with your situation. It's smarter to move smarter. And when I say that, you gotta watch who you hang with. You gotta watch what you do. You definitely gotta watch what you say, especially on social media. In my day, there was no social media. So banging was a little bit different. In order to find out who your enemies was, sometimes you had to go up to them and hit them up and ask them where they was from because you didn't recognize everybody. But now when a person is on social media and he's out there for the whole world to see him, that he doesn't he doesn't get along with a particular area, or he's dissing that whole entire clique. Now there's no way you can be prepared for something that you don't know that's coming or even know where it's coming from. You know what I'm saying? Because all your enemies and all your ops is not going to be on social media. So you may have a dude from a certain section who who he look at it, but he don't post stuff. He don't go on there and do that type of stuff. So now when he catch you out in public, you don't even have no idea who this dude is. But since you've been on social media exposing your face, saying all this type of stuff, now you didn't put yourself under the 8 ball. And a lot of people don't understand that, man, that this ain't no game. The streets ain't no game, man. You can't come back from death, and in the event you go and you get sentenced to a lot of time, there's no way you're gonna enjoy that more than than you enjoyed the life that you was living before you went to prison, man. Going to prison is a horrible thing because time starts passing you by, man. The friends that you have, they're no longer there. Them women, they're no longer there. If you have children, your children are starting to grow up. They're growing up without you. Excuse me. And we got to keep it real. The mother of your children eventually may have some other man around your children, raising your children. Is that what you want? You want to see another man raising your children? Because man, for a person to ask a woman, to stay in this corner when he looking at the next 20 to 30 years in prison, she got things that she wants to do and she got things that she wants to accomplish in her life as well. So for an individual to think that she just gonna put her life on hold, it's not too smart. We got to keep it real, man. A lot of us men, we out here on the street, we have several women. You know what I'm saying? We can't even stay loyal to one woman on the street. So do you think that in the event you go to jail, she gonna stay loyal? She got things that she wants to do. She got things she wants to accomplish in her life as well. And like I say, you really can't expect more out of another person than you can expect out of yourself in that same situation. If your girl got sentenced to 30 years, you gonna stay loyal? You gonna not be in relationships with other women and interact with other women? You just gonna wait for her to get out? So for you to expect her to do something that you wouldn't do in the same situation is crazy. That may be what you want, but I'm just being real with you. That's not what's gonna happen, and that's just the reality of the matter. So in order to try to stay on the street, man, keeping a gun on you is not gonna guarantee your safety. What will possibly guarantee your safety is moving smarter. Not going to particular places to begin with, not putting yourself in certain situations, not being involved in certain activities that's even gonna have you to feel that you have to carry a gun. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to, share a little my experiences with you guys, because going to prison to me was a big waste of time. It's a lot of things that I felt that I could have got accomplished that I was unable to accomplish because I was in prison. And all your homeboys that you're doing these things with, like I always say, everybody not gonna stay solid anyway. Some people, just want to live this life because they don't want to be ridiculed by their friends. They don't want to say, hey, I'm not about this life, man. So they hanging out, they doing things, but when the situation gets real and the cops go to cuffing people's wrists, a lot of these dudes don't stick to the so-called code. And so that's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to share my experiences, man. I'm trying to tell y'all to find out what you want to do with your life in a positive manner and pursue those dreams. Because when we're in the streets, we're not even giving ourselves a chance to reach our potential, because we're caught up hustling. We caught up trying to gang bang, things of that nature, man. And so you already know what it is. It's your boy 16 in life. I'm just putting something on your mind to consider, man. Resume normal program.